I've been trying to record this video a few times now, and it just a little bit harder to do because this ain't me talking about a topic or then a reaction. But I'm gonna try one more time. Hopefully, I get it right. So I listened to "The Fall Off" by J. Cole. I enjoyed it for the most part. Some problems, but I listened to a decent number of the songs. And one song that really sticks with me, and it's really a particular section, is "Bombs in the Ville." And I guess it's technically, since it's two songs in one, it's the "Hit the Gas" part in the last verse. I'm gonna just read it out so y'all don't gotta think about it. I mean, you probably don't seen it either on TikTok or something like that. But in that verse, he says, "Fuck with your nigga, I'm going through things. Gray hairs on my head mean I know a few things. I bought an iPhone that traveled through time, FaceTime, and got younger me on the line. Soon as he saw me, he just started crying. I told him relax, everything gonna be fine. He wiped off his face, said he trying to be strong, but some days it feel like he doing it wrong. I told him hold on and pass off my phone to my oldest son and my youngest one. Said I want you to look them straight in the face. Do that look like you've been making mistakes. Pause. That's stop right there. That conversation, that kind of imagery, storytelling, whatever, is it gets me a lot, bro. It gets me because I feel like I'm where the younger Cole is. Because I think this album was kind of being made when he was 30 or 40, 39 or 40. And then the younger Cole, I think, is supposed to be late 20s or early 30s Cole. And I guess maybe it's just like this time period in life, you know? Because I'm 30 now. I'm literally like I turned 30 back in December. It's April. I'm like 5 months into this. But I feel like I'm the young Cole in this one, bro. But I also feel like the older Cole and would like an iPhone to call early like 20s, late teens me. Because I would have some things to talk to them about. And like I know people always tell you don't live with regrets, don't live with regrets. Bruh, it's not really regrets. It's just I would tell them to go a different way. You know? So I just want to kind of break down the journey of Reggie Wolf, of me, right? So, so really, let's go to Reggie, like Reginald, the kid. First time I started the idea of content creation, first like spark that ignited this fire. I was probably like 12, 13, 14 years old. I was watching the creatures who was like Uber, Hexer, Nova, Kutra, Gassy Mexican, Dan's News Reviews, SSOHPKC. And I was, they were just a bunch of guys playing video games, having a good time. And right there, that kid, that teenager, whatever, like, I want to do this too. And I feel like I'm probably the first generation who's inspired by YouTubers to want to be. Like, everybody wants to be one now, but back then, I feel like I was one of the first ones that wanted to do it, right? From being inspired from others. And so I was watching those guys, play video games, have a good time and all that. And I barely had a computer, bro. Like I had a family computer. And off and on had consoles because sometimes my family went hood bankrupt. If you know what that is, you know. If you don't know, I might as well tell you. It's when you got to sell your console. You got to get rid of your console and pawn it off or whatever. Sometimes it was stolen. Sometimes again hood bankrupt. And so I had to wait my time. So we fast forward from that kid that saw them playing, that got the first ember of wanting to be a gaming content creator in the first place. Watching E3. And then shout out to the GOAT, the Black Hokage. He was starting his journey back then. And he reinforced me wanting to be a gaming content creator over the years. Now, like I said, I barely had a computer. I didn't have a console to play video games on. So I really couldn't do it. It is what it is. But then I graduate from high school and I got, this ain't it. This is an actual decent phone, but I had a Samsung phone and it had a camera on it. It wasn't too terrible. It was like, I think the best it could do was 720. Don't quote me on that. It might have been 480, but whatever. It was something. And so I bought attachments for it and I went out to skate parks because at the time I was skateboarding. I was like, you know, I'm going to pivot because I don't got a gaming console. So I'm going to go to do skateboarding because I love skateboarding. I still got my skateboards over there. I'm going to do skateboarding content and be like Devontae Jolly and do day with the homies and stuff. Go out with my friends and skateboard. We have a good time. And the problem with that was my friends didn't always want to fucking skateboard. So a lot of times it was just me out there, which I ain't fucking the best at skateboarding. I never really got good. I learned how to kickflip. That's kind of where my journey abruptly ended because of other stuff, which probably kind of hindered a lot of my success with that shit because I wasn't able to film and skateboard the way I wanted to. But yeah, so I tried to do adventures, tried to do skateboarding on that channel for some while. It really wasn't getting no progress. So I was like, let me pivot to something else. And so I knew I was good at editing. I knew I loved anime, and XXX Tentacion was on a run. I was like, let's see if I can make AMVs. AMVs did really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I soon found out the actual damage of the YouTube copyright system when you use copyrighted music. I was getting a lot of views, getting a lot of subscribers. I ain't make no money. I ain't make no money whatsoever. In the peak of that channel's career, which I'm not gonna say the name because I never wanted Reggie Wolf and this to be associated until Reggie Wolf passed it, which I still got a ways to go. But it's just an ego mental thing, right? But yeah, I was making AMVs, getting a lot of views, not making no money, still struggling. I'm in college now, so I'm like, yo, I'm spending all this time. People are loving the videos, but I'm not getting paid. So what can I do? So I was like, you know what? I got a little bread from like a student loan refund. Let me go build a PC. So I built myself a PC. No, before that, I bought myself an Xbox. And I streamed to Twitch from the Xbox and downloaded the VOD and made the VOD into videos and tried to do the gaming thing from there, which still fucking sucked, bro. It was not good. Like, to anybody doing that now, I know your struggle. Buy you a PC, big dog, which I know it's not the best time to buy a PC, but buy a PC. So I struggled with that for a while, for like a year. Then I built my PC. And I tried to get back into the gaming thing. And so from 2019, really 2018 is when I started my gaming channel. But 2019 is where I got my PC and really started like trying to be a gaming content creator for real, with actual good equipment. And I got hooked on the Apex. And I tried to be an Apex gaming content creator, which I was not talented enough. I'm not bad. I'm plat. I was like I could consistently get into like plat 2 or 1, and I fought in diamond lobbies and won. But that was about the peak of my Apex skill level. Which, if you know, you gotta really be masters or pred to really make a career in it. So, you know, gaming was going. I was streaming it. It had the most momentum for Reggie or for Reginald for anything but that AMV channel, which I almost said the name, which I don't want to because of, again, just a personal thing. So that channel got the most growth, but it still wasn't nothing. Like I got that was the first channel I ever got monetized. And then I was still, doing my thing, I realized, bro, I'm getting $100 a month and sometimes $100 every 3 months. I'm not really doing shit with this. Right? So I'm like, but it was the most growth for me at that point where I felt like I could make money and grow, and I felt like I was at the door. Now, what I didn't know is, with COVID blowing up, everybody was feeling a lot of growth, but everybody wanted to be a gaming content creator too. So the competition was at its fiercest, and so the door that I felt like I was at was false. And then my life kind of fell apart due to actions of someone around me. I didn't go to jail, nothing like that, bro. No police was involved. But I ultimately lost an apartment, got evicted, homeless, had to live with some family. I still had my PC and all my stuff, right? And I was like, bro, I'm gonna try to react, bro. I'm gonna try to react. Like I had been doing like trailer reactions for new and upcoming games, but I was like, let me just try to react to something different. And the first reaction was like I was inspired by Spooky Scary Sundays. So I have, if y'all look on my channel, I still have Fanimation Fridays. That was inspired from Spooky Scary Sunday. Yeah. And I was doing that, and this is why I will never miss one of his videos, and why I actually follow him on everything, is because when I fell off in like 2021 going into 2022, I started watching Ace Vane videos, bro. Because in like thinking about all the stress of what I kind of went through and where I was in life, Ace Vane was able to make a nigga laugh, bro. And that's what I needed the most at that point. So, I was feeling better because of that. And so then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to react to Ace Vane, you know? And shout out to bro, because like his videos in the infancy of my channel or of my current journey, because if you want to kind of chapter it off, it's journey, it's nothing, skateboarding, AMV, gaming, the fall off, reacting, and that's where I am now. And like Ace Vane, I remember he gave me a shout out on one, I think in his In Love with Mary Jane videos. And a lot of people showed up and showed so much love, and I saw growth on it. And other videos I was reacting to, they were helping me. But like when I tell you, I always am gonna be grateful for that first one. And so I kept doing my thing, and here we are today. I'm almost at 40K, or I am at 40K. Shout out to future me, because I ain't here today. I ain't at 40K today. But with all that growth, now I'm sitting here and I'm like looking at how YouTube is affecting my outside life and how I wanted it to affect my outside life. Because when you go talk to that 12 or 13, 14-year-old, I wanted to do this full time, making like really, if a livable amount of money a month is like 5K, I wanted to be making 10. Right? That's what the dream was. Now, again, you asked that one who was making gaming videos and looking at my views not go up that much, and I talk to him now, where I am now, like if I talk to that one now, he'd be like, bro, you doing your fucking thing. But dog, let me talk to you like younger me, bro. In all honesty, if I could, with the journey I've been on so far, I'd probably tell younger me, go do something else, bro. Go do something else. I don't know. Like, you know how some dudes be trying to rap their whole life and really they should have just gave it up years ago? That's how I be feeling, bro. Like, hey, go be a video. You like cameras? Go be a videographer, like for like Marvel, or try to do something like that. Go change your major in college. Go do something that don't require so much fucking math. You love math, or you like math, but you don't love math. No, because I don't want to think that I'm ungrateful for where I am. I feel like that's what this sounds like. Like, oh yeah, he don't got the 40K and now he don't care about it. No, I love reacting. I love checking out stuff that I feel like I'm gonna like, or y'all feel like I'm gonna like, or y'all enjoy my videos. Like I literally got a comment last night that put a smile on my face when I was probably feeling some of my worst, because they was enjoying the videos. They like never stop, and I was like, you tell me that, and I promise you, these comments is what I need to not stop sometimes, bro. You see, I'm talking to a camera fucking right now. But yeah, just kind of bringing it back to bombs in the Ville or hit the gas. If I had an iPhone to talk back to younger me, I would probably tell him not to do this shit, bro. But that nigga hard headed as a bitch, so I know he would probably still do this shit. Yeah. But if he went back in time and talked to like 10-year-old me, I had to make sure to tell him to tell 10-year-old me to say yes. I ain't gonna say what the fuck that answer means, but yeah, there are points in your life where you need to think a decision through and through multiple times. And at 10 years old, I didn't have the foresight that I do now, or I have hindsight of it, but at that time I didn't have foresight, which that's not entirely true. The reasoning that I made my decision at 10 was for foresight, which could have went any matter of way. But yeah, that's just kind of where I am. Like, I'm not giving up content creating, bro. Or at least I don't think so right now. Because if I was giving up, I told y'all on my main channel, I would have said I'm quitting YouTube. That would have been the literal title, and that would have been the last upload. Unless there was something like some reels or some short schedule, that would have been my last upload, and y'all would not ever see me again. Point blank. I wouldn't delete anything, but y'all just wouldn't see me. So I'm not quitting, but I feel like I'm in like the playoffs of my career. You know, like if this, I don't even want to say 10 years because 10 years is too long. In this next run on this platform, I'm going to try everything. I'm going to be like 2018 Bron or 2016 Bron, whichever one he beat the Warriors for the finals. I'm gonna pull up and be that Bron with this content shit. I'm gonna give it one last genuine run. And if shit don't work out, which I know another thing is life comes into play with being a content creator. So sometimes I was trying to go on runs and life would get in the way. It would knock me off my feet or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go on one last like serious run. I don't know how long that's gonna be, but just know that like if you see a nigga making skits on TikTok, part of the run. It's probably gonna be on YouTube too, but hey, if you see more of Reggie B talking videos, it's part of the fucking run. If you see me on a channel practicing my voice acting, it's part of the run. Me on a channel getting healthy is part of the run. Like anything, bro, is or any and everything is gonna be part of this last run for it. Cause if this shit don't work out at this point, bro, I'm gonna call it quits. It's gonna be it for Reggie Wolf, bro. That's gonna be it. Honestly, like again, there's no that I'm quitting YouTube video. I've never recorded it. I've never recorded the video, but I've thought about that. I genuinely have. Like I never want to do my community dirty, but sometimes I just know that I've gotten to a low where y'all almost didn't even see the channel pop up on the YouTube. I mean, like I've gotten to like step 2 or 3 or whatever, like right before the final step, leading this shit. All of them. Like it's like the main, the more, the gaming, my AMV channel, shit, my other channels, Reggie be talking, all that shit almost got fucking nuked. That's because of just how like I don't want to say depressed, but how down I was and how like frustrated in life and stuff I was. And I don't ever want to do that. Like I don't know. I again, I wanted this shit since I was a kid, bro. And I'm getting there, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's not fast enough, and I don't know if I'm gonna go high enough. to be where I dream will be. And like I want this video to kind of put in perspective for a lot of people. Like people, especially when I was coming up, sold this dream of YouTube so heavily, but they don't tell you all the shit that comes on the journey. Like some people are going to blow up overnight. That shit gonna be amazing. Shout out to you. But for a lot of us, it's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot more work to just get a quarter of the way they got. Halfway, shit, 10%, 1%. So I'm not trying to de-influence, I'm not trying to kill nobody's dream, but just know that this shit is not easy. It's because, and it's also because the rest of the world want to be content creators too. All right, so it's not just you. You got to be more entertaining than them niggas. It's a war. It's a battle. It's a race. It's a battle royale. You got to be the best out of them niggas. You don't got to look at them as your enemy or as your opponents, but you do need to know that you have to stand out above them to really grow in this shit. And this is what this last run is me standing out as much as I can above people. I've been working on something that I or trying to work on stuff that will one day, hopefully, someone will recommend me my own video or another video that I'm in to react to, you know? But I think that is it. I think that's everything I had on my mind, on my chest. Again, I'm not quitting, but I am frustrated. It is life. I mean, the world is kind of going to shit around me, trying to hold shit together. Yeah, I'm fucking human, bro. That's what this video really is. Like, no one ever thinks that of me on like on a pinnacle or anything. I hope not. But hey, I don't make these videos often, and when I do, they probably be like 10 minutes long, just talking about updates on channels, nigga. Nah, this is more just what's going on in my head, bro. Like me wanting to tell me from 10 years ago to quit, and that sentiment probably ain't gonna go away until I'm genuinely successful with this shit. Feel like I'm undeniably successful. But there's more things I could talk about, but I'm not. I might make another video right after this just to get those out of the way. But yeah, peace.